Hey everybody, Jason here for RPG A Day 2018, question number 17. It is describe the best compliment you've had gaming. And I'm going to choose to go with an alternate question today, and that is, what makes you want to GM? And for a long time, I didn't really want to GM. I preferred to play. I just feel like, obviously they're two totally different things. And for various reasons, I just always preferred to be a player. And as I've gotten older, I've sort of come to have the desire to be more of a GM than a player, which I don't get to do very often. 9 times out of 10 when we play, I am playing. Just the nature of how things have been in our group. That's been no specific reason why, just how things have turned out. But what has made me sort of transition into wanting to become a GM is maybe my maturity level as a person, I guess, which is weird because I don't feel like I'm the most mature person in the world, but maybe maturity in terms of my creativity and my desire for storytelling. And part of it, I think, is discovering new mechanics for gaming, making being a GM a little bit easier, a little less stressful, a little less legwork, to where you can focus more on the narrative and the story, and you can focus on the players, and you can focus on the characters and what they are and their desires and things like that, rather than mechanics, challenge ratings and, combat fight scene structures and this and that. And gaming, there's so many more options for gaming these days that it can make GMing a little bit easier. I think it makes it a little bit more appealing, and I think that's one of the bigger things that's drawing me towards being a GM. But also because I want to focus more on narrative stuff. But the funny thing is, I don't feel like I'm a very good GM, mainly because I don't have a whole lot of practice at it. I have not done it a whole lot, and I'm also not very good at writing stories, I don't think. I might get inspired once in a while for a certain thing or a certain story hook here or there or whatever, but part of me maybe wants to GM because I want to try and build my skill as a storyteller and be more creative, and I think maybe it'll help me in those areas. But I think those are probably the reasons why I want to be those are things that make me want to GM. I want to find out what's important to both the players and their characters, and challenge myself to see if I can put those things into a story. Like, don't just tell the characters in the game, here's the objective of the story, this is what's important. You can have that, that's great. You can have an objective and a goal, but I think if you can take what is important to both the players and the characters and somehow weave those things into the story, the characters might feel more like they're part of the story and have an investment in it, and maybe be more involved. And I think finding a happy medium between those two things can help me grow as a GM, because I'm learning about the players, I'm learning about the characters, I'm learning about the game world, and I'm also learning about myself. So I think there's a lot of things involved in what's making me want to be a GM. And I guess it's a lot deeper of a question than I can answer in just a couple minute video for this. But it's an interesting question, alternate question, and I like that. So anyway, that is my somewhat short and quick answer for what makes me want to be a GM. So hope everybody's having a good time with RPG A Day 2018. I'm really enjoying a lot of the responses and answers and stuff that I'm seeing from the community out there. So that's good. That makes me happy, and it feels good to be part of that community. So it's good stuff. So anyway, hope everybody's having a good day, and play some good games this weekend, and I'll see you for number 18. See ya.